issue brewing on social media, and it has to do with a certain lady who claims to have a child with Dabo. And the child really looks like Dabo. But let's hear the audio. Let's listen to what the lady is saying first, and the threats and whatever it is she wants to put across. Then we begin the conversation proper. We'll have Dabo online to also tell us whether or not he knows this lady, and then any other action he's taken so far. So let's have the audio from this lady who claims to have had something to do with Dabo, and for which reason they have a child, but Dabo has refused to take care of the child. Now listen to the story proper.
Me eku adom na me ka say ya Dabo ba bia wo hye bia me ka kiro eduaba na ugu ye no afifi enti me ka kiro ba bia wo hye bia onya mi a ka che me say mama mbo udi na niama enye eniama ye yi aba be hwa akwala no ampa so me du bo hye ne so ebe pem nne tata wo de wa ye yie na onenam TV so ena wo de wanya sika na wade wo ho ena wo be hwa abofra no me ka kiro ba bia wo bia minim sa wo hye ana wo tie me so wo tie nso obi beti abo amane me eku ado na me ka sa wo ba no hwe ba bia abofra na duru abofra ni 5 years me ma me so ntimi hwe abofra ni biom me so me ntimi ntu akola ni school fees enti me ka kiro se wan ba amehwe abofra no a ne me yo de me nka kiro enu ena ma ka kiro no me hwe so baba be hwe akola no anti sa ma ka kiro abofra no ni de twa me nsuru krampo sa abofra no wanja ne ba bia e de na chesa akola we anya wo dia anti wa wa abrante ti sesei no waja akola na to wa ntu abofra no di usi mame mbo wudi be pom na wo hwa abofra no ya onie enti me ka cho be bia wo hye bia abana ogu ye na na aso no enti bra ene be hwe no me ka kiro no na me ka kiro na nnedai because me mama so ntimi hwa abofra no bi wa bre me so ma bre enti ya Dabo e ba bia wo hye bia Dabo wa ye yoni nam TV so wo twitwa ni wo sika aba me de me sro me mpa wo sika na me nka se be ware me bra be hwe oba no enu ani ade a ehia me maka ma asem awie
asep maka ma asem awie. So this is the issue. The lady claims Dabo ni na wo so hwe akola no ya Dabo. That happened.
I don't believe it.
Now, when issues like this come up, how do we handle them as popular people, like you, for instance, like Way or Ting, and then one morning you wake up and there's a lady on social media saying that you had something to do with her. It could be anything. How do we even verify the veracity of these stories? How do we tell whether it is true, it is false, or it's been concocted? How are we able to deal with this as popular people?
I think, you know, when somebody comes up with allegations like this, I mean, if it were me, the best thing I would do is to put a presser out.
Who? Okay, as in Dabo?
Yes. Put a presser out there to make people know that it's a lie.
But what if it's true?
If it's true, then you would have to probably go see the girl and take it from there. But if it's not true, we are dealing from the point where if it's not true,
if it's not true, you come out publicly, you put out a presser.
I'll put up a presser.
But if it's true, you go privately.
If it's true, yes, of course. If it's true, then you wouldn't have to come and deny. If it's true that you dated the lady, if it's true that the baby is yours, then you wouldn't have to come and deny. But this very tape, when I listened to it the first time, I didn't believe it.
Why?
Because there are too many. And then we were woman, like for example, the last line. I collect when I find a child say on sale. The one hasn't denied it. One kasa will say the guy told you say membo ni di no be ba be hwa akola nti ba no maaye. It means that onim sa akola na ye ne ba wagya tum.
Say dia wache.
No, hold on. Just that he wants you to take it away from the public. Yes. But when you do every day and say hwakolai then you are making us believe that the guy is even denying being the father. This thing is concocted, and for me,
from whose angle?
Well, I wouldn't know, but me, you know, when things like this, when I hear them for the first time, if it's true, I'll know. Yeah, I have that
truth detector.
Yeah,
but for this one, you think it's a lie?
It's a lie. It's a lie. See, when you look at the video critically, you know, I saw this video. I think on the Saturday, massive. I was showing myself something like that. I was watching the video and I'm like, this thing can't be true. the girl's demeanor at a point, what was a yachina tmaho? So camera is in so. Probably she may have rehearsed it. She delivered well. But when you put on your third eye to look at the antics behind the video, you realize like antics went in.
So what if it's true? What should Dabo do?
Well, if it's true, then I think Dabo should go and fulfill the promise. Because according to the girl, he made a promise. Don't mention my name, don't let us put it out there. But when everything gets going, I will come back and come and do the needful. So if it's true, he should go back and do the needful. If it's not true, he should let the public know that, like what Zach G did. I chanced on Zach's video yesterday. He did a brilliant job by putting the video out there. Like,
denying it.
Yes, as soon as he says, but like, it's not me. I don't have, and I'm even giving the man 2 weeks or is it a week? If you don't bring facts and figures and factualities, I'll know what I'll do. I'll take, you to the court or something like that.
So one way to deal with issues like this, should they prop up, in relation to a popular figure, the first thing you do, if it is not true, you issue a press statement.
Yes, because today social media is so vibrant and that is where the news is. So when it comes, people will fly it around. A lot of bloggers out there fly it around, and people will get to know that you have come to deny it. But if you stay quiet to let the issue move, then it means that there is some truth, and probably you are scared to come out. So you would have to make amends.
I don't think he's spoken ever since this video went viral.
Well,
it's been days.
So then it will give us a certain mindset that maybe, just maybe, the thing is true.
From your own judgment.
Yes, that is what even makes me feel it might be fake. Because you just find a kid who looks exactly like that Afko, and you say, yo, we're going to put this thing out before don't say it too. Then people go and do it. But for me, I don't think it's true. But
why would it be concocted anyway? To what end?
That one I can't tell. People do things. I can't tell. But I have worked with Dabo. I've worked with him. I spent close to about 12 hours with him. We spoke at length. We talk and everything. And I know him when it's not true. I know the fire he will bring to disclaim, to deny the thing. So let's wait. Maybe he's also that boy has a big brain. Maybe he has a plan of coming against this whole thing. So let's wait. Let's give him some few days.
Let's give him some few days. Otin, do you also think the video is concocted?
I don't think it's concocted. I don't think it's concocted.
Great.
I think the girl said what she had to say. And you see, as media people, there are so many things that we put behind us that we don't really want to talk about.
Sure.
We don't really want it to be part of us. So
just
in case there is anything, we face the consequence ourselves, and whatever is left for us to deal with it in private. The child, obviously, he looks just you see, there's resemblance and photocopy. So copy straight. And I think, you see, most people have now devised a strategy that results is achieved via social media. So if I'm to meet you, have a discussion with you, and it's not happening, when I go online and then put everything across, result is going to be achieved, because then your career is on the line. Your reputation, your everything is on, your credibility, everything is on the line. So then you're going to be very careful and then come and do the needful. To the extent of even saying, say, because say, and as I say, I think it's very unfortunate stuff had to happen like that. But as a man, irrespective of whatever happens, there are some things that you need to do, and then we leave the rest for, later or stuff like that. But whichever way, I think Dabo as a personality should really go in.
Do you think by now there should be something coming out from his camp? It's been days.
This is your credibility. This is your career. This is your everything online. Sometimes we might think, I give you where we know, but there is a bigger picture out there where we will see you as irresponsible and that you might not even be able to spearhead something or stuff like that. Because if I'm an NGO and I'm looking at a personality that I can take to kids, interact and blah 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 blah, and I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, Dabo with his stature and everything, I believe I can put him into character to really, you know, gel with kids to spearhead a project. Now this is the case of something that I'm hearing that has got to do with you being, you see, this whole video is an act of irresponsible personality if we are going back.
But he didn't record the video.
No, the girl is telling how irresponsible Dabo is. If that is true.
If it is true.
If it is true.
But as it stands now, can you confirm that?
You see, this, you are a brand, Dabo. All over Ghana, you're very popular, and even outside Ghana. So if somebody dents, unless we don't want to look at the weight of what the girl is talking about, it's very serious. So if such a so what must say? And also sometimes say women are people that see men's future by 5-10 years that we ourselves we don't even know. So a girl can stick with you for 5 to 10 years. You think say another in future, no? You see, baby, crash or money as a show in future and turning sort. So for all you know, this girl knew the road as which that boy is treading on, no? Very soon, boom into the sacra no waka. Let me keep my cool and hope say things get better, and then as one big family we carry on with stuff. But unfortunately, maybe things did not happen like that. Pay the tape. Dabo should come out as, you know, save his brand, save what, and come out at once and tell the people that, hey, this is not my child. I don't even know the girl from Adam. Blah 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 blah. So, oh yeah, no per se can't want some, no per se yes, no per se yes, no per se yes, to just get the hype. You should not forget something. Social media doesn't forget. And that if we're talking about this constant, it's going to be part of his CV. And if you're not careful, depending on which even bloggers and sites take up this, anytime somebody Google about you, this is what is going to come up.
One of the things that will come up. Yeah. But can this have legal implications? I mean, on the lady?
I wonder why the girl is even sitting there, hasn't taken this thing to court.
But maybe I could also say, I wonder why Dabo is also sitting there and hasn't taken it to court.
So you see, I have come out. I said, no, you're a thief. Last time you came to my zone and then you stole pork because you thought it was pork from where?
Simprica Farms.
Precisely. And you think that, well, you did not take any pork. You only smelled the pork and left. You only need to come out and prove your innocence that you did not take it. But when I keep saying it and you're not saying anything, what does that mean? You see, this is no joke. This is serious. Let's not take it like one of those things. This is serious. And the kid you and I know is an exact photocopy of Opana.
But can't you have someone who just looks like him and not necessarily?
I mean, the other time they said somebody looked like a Bufado. So they went to carry one guy and then they were shooting.
But you know that happens too.
It happens. That is the reason why if it's not like that, what stops you from picking your own phone, doing a self video, and then putting on social media that this, you know, the personality that he is, when he puts stuff out there, people will take it and then, you know, spread the news around for them to know that, oh, that was even innocent, or maybe it's a different Dabo, which we know there's no different Dabo in this situation. So just come out, issue a presser, let the people know that this and this and this and this and this is the situation. So you can take yourself out than to be sitting there for us to be discussing this, bloggers taking it up. There will be a day that you might want to redeem yourself, but it will be too late. It will be too late. Right. So let your brand, let what feeds you, your act, your everything, get conscious of yourself. His management should talk to him. If it's not true, come out quick and then come redeem your image, your credibility and everything, and then we will move on from there. If not, as time goes on, we talking about this, doing that, I think it's a dent on himself, and by the time he would want to clear himself in the relevance, yes.
Well, for your information, we got through to management yesterday. That's your Dabo's management, and according to them, they're not going to make a public pronouncement on this. However, they want to take it up with the police. So the lady could be arrested. That's coming from management angle. that they want to go straight to the police, report the lady, and then they take it up from there. If he has to end up in court, then they head to court. And so they are not going to speak to the issue. But that happened not too long ago. A similar case. We had one fat, Sipu, 53, on Instagram, opening keys, said a whole lot of things about people, mentioned names, and put out very damaging and damning information. Later on, this same person had a U-turn and took some of them out and said, I did it out of spite, I did it out of anger. Isn't social media becoming increasingly risky for popular figures themselves?
It is, and you can't stop it.
You can't
stop it. That is where people make their money. People have realized that people want to listen to lies. People want to feed into the negativity, because the more they put negative information out there, people make money from that. So it can never stop. But for me, my stand is clear. I said this thing is a stunt.
It's a stunt.
Yes,
it's a stunt.
Yes,
it's being put together by.
It could be both ways, whatever. It's a stunt.
Is anything happening around Dabo as we speak? Any projects? Anything?
I don't know, but I mean, I think this thing is not true. Look, there was a day I was with a little girl. Okay, a little girl about 10, and we went to Frankie's. This girl, when you see her and you see me,
Daddy,
it's one. It's like you won't even look. When we got to Frankie's, we met a friend of mine I haven't seen for like 10 years. He's in America. He comes. So we met him. He was like, "Yo, what's up?" So we're making noise, and then the kid turned. He was like, "Hi, what would they say?" Because like he looked at the guy, and couldn't think of any other thing but me. So for that girl, if any lady picks up this girl, put a camera on them, and say that, look, that I have Obano, everybody will believe. Everybody will believe. But the reality is, it's not true.
It's not true.
Exactly. So if your Dabo does not speak here, have you tried reaching out to him?
Yes.
And he says he don't want to talk.
No, they don't want to talk.
What does it tell you?
Well, it could be that truly he's had nothing to do with a lady.
So why is he refusing to tell you he has nothing to do with
Maybe he doesn't want to come public with it. He wants to go through the right channel. I mean, coming on radio is not necessarily the right channel to handle this. If you think it is criminal, if you think it is a dent on your image, you have the police to deal with. You have the right channels to go. Sometimes because they are popular figures, we love for them to come in.
Is this the only line you are taking through?
This is one of the lines I'm thinking through. It could also be that it is true. It could also be that it is true, but he wants to keep it on the low and deal with it.
And what about it's not true, but immediately I speak, I kill the traffic?
That's also possible.
Open your eyes.
That's why I asked you, is there anything happening around Dabo as we speak? Has it featured in any new movie? Which one? Showbiz. Okay, so he's featured in Showbiz. Showbiz is when? It's premiering on the 20th.
It will be premiered this week.
This weekend. Okay, but they still want to head to the police
and
station.
You know, Kofi Asama manages Dabo, right?
Yes, Kofi Asama manages Dabo.
Do your calculation.
And she rounded up beautifully. Makama maybe. Like, did you see her? Full stop.
You should too.
That granted that this is a stunt.
Yeah.
Is it going to have, or is it likely to have negative?
Granted, a stunt.
No, I mean granted.
Granted how? No, when you say granted, what is your basis for saying
it's an angle I'm taking. Granted that it is a stunt.
How can you the host grant that it's a stunt?
No.
Granted say yes.
I thought you said granted it's a stunt.
I want to come up with a follow-up question.
One of my wiki crack. That I go. Granted say a stunt. Is it likely to have a negative effect on Dabo?
You see,
as per your NGO analysis that you did,
it won't.
Okay.
Because you know why? There's a movie that's about to be blown. The movie has bombs in a helicopter waiting that's about to be blown this weekend.
Showbiz.
You know what I mean? So it won't. Now Dabo grew with Disney. Yes, I can identify. Dabo was the last year when we were shooting a beauty. He said he was 19.
I'm glad he said.
So he was 19.
Yes. So
when you take
5 years out of 14,
14. But
14
you see that 12-year-old boy wwho impregnated somebody.
But 14-year-old kid can kill.
Is it?
Of course.
Is it? That kid can't be. Yeah, I'm sticking my neck out. Can't be a double.
Yo, brother, stick your tongue out.
You see, the whole thing is that. I don't believe this.
And you think it's a stunt?
There's too much antics in the girl's presentation. Look at the position of the camera. You did camera and all that.
Yeah.
Look at the position of the camera. Yeah, the not nasty.
No, but you could have someone record you.
Yes, but I'm just
Really?
saying.
Uh-huh.
The not nasty channel. Go and watch the video again. The body language of the boy and the kid. Anytime the girl touch the boy, it could be say the kid is also a planted
kid.
No, it's also a planted No, I'm trying to use the movie word. Character.
Okay.
The kid is also a planted character. Check your body language. See, most of the time when things come like this, look at body languages. Body language speaks louder than what we say.
But not everybody is a body language expert.
Yes, I'm just saying. But if you know and you put your third eye on, you could see that this and this doesn't go. This and this doesn't go. Yes, and
so for you there is a total lie.
No. And even now coming to hear that Away Bus is being premiered this weekend. Yeah, Dabo is in there. His manager is Kofi Asamoah, who is the CEO of
Go Fast
Media, who is shooting that movie.
And they are planning to take it to the place.
This video popped up a week before the premiere. Oh, holy Christ.
Holy Christ. Otin?
Yes.
Are you of the same view?
You see what I'm also a that. A video. So, assuming they even plan this, Dabo, the day that something will happen to you that you will need help, you will not get it.
So it's going to have a negative effect on him.
It's still going to have a negative impact on you.
If it is a stunt.
I'm on from you know, you remember that boy who was so stubborn and, you know, was living with his father? That means she was Kojo. Se shinkwa na abeshia. Na unko hame wa bontia. Eni eshima was that debut when they me say me shia ka so Kojo. Me say shinkwa na abeshia she dem on eshima. Before the man went in there, the sun was bent. Oh. Because they are washing. So if you're saying this today and it's not the truth, it's your own career on the line.
But he hasn't come out. That wasn't said anything.
Internet, do not forget. And you see, nothing stops anybody from coming to say, well, this, that. If it's a stunt for Away Bus, with or without this stunt, okay. It's like the other stunt with this pastor Kumase, and then is it that girl who went to beat that musician at Adom FM, was it? Nayas. And pastor what was? You know, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Later, you know, the man came out furious that, yo, forget the movie or whatever. I don't have anything to do with you. The man cleared himself.
Yes.
And you see, once you clear yourself like that, people get to know that, oh, okay, so whether it's a stunt or not, this man has cleared himself. So in the future, there will not be any negative impact on you. I think sometimes we should be careful the kind of stunt we create, even if it is one. Because this doesn't look good on Dabo himself. If he's truly 19, growing up, this doesn't look good on him. Because in my analysis, the boy looked like him. And now, since social media is the only way to achieve your results, when people are not, coming forth with you, she did what he had to do. And I think, Dabo, if it's not true, should just come out. Even if it's a 5-second video, tell them
you should put
you
the
should
video
disregard this lady. I think she's mentally unstable because I don't even know her. And that will save him a lot and his brand.
Wow. Thank you very much.
You know, last one.
I
disagree it will have anything to do with Dabo. Dabo himself on his career, he's a comedian. You understand? He's always seen as a person who comes into a movie for people to laugh.
So a stunt can go by.
Yes, his lifestyle. This is his lifestyle. When people see him, they start laughing. When he acts, people start laughing. He could come and say, I am behind this. What would you do? He's a comedian. It's part of his act.
You think so?
Yes, it's part of his act. Could be seen like that. So to say that it will go all the way to hurt him, I disagree. I don't think so.
Right, to you listening, do you also think Dabo should come out with a statement or a presser like that of course suggesting, or they should take the lane they have decided to take, go to the police, report to them? If the lady has to be picked up, they pick her up and then they do the rest behind the scenes. Whatever it is you think, you can let us know. You already know.